Bingo. 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 Everybody's got a screenshot, got a clip, got a thread. Half the internet is arguing about a thing they never read. Agree with one sentence, now they say you join the team. One nod becomes a manifesto in the outrage machine. A joke flies over 20 heads, nobody gets the bit. A million words on what was said, but not on what was meant. Price a question at a Bitcoin just to make the timeline scream. By sunrise people write essays on a joking, call it deep. They're counting every word, they're hunting every frame, but somehow every week they're saying your name. Mean machine. Everybody knows what you mean. Mean machine. Breaking every comfortable scene. They say you're wrong, they say you're rude. They say they're done and they consume another stream from the mean machine. Mean machine. Professional debaters with their polished little lines, walk in like they're champions, walk out revising slides. Talk a lot about the scoreboard, talk a lot about the win. Funny how the experts keep forgetting what they're in. Some are busy measuring whose platform's standing tall, talking like they're giants while they're staring at the wall. Numbers don't do theology, but numbers don't pretend. Funny how the small account keeps outperforming them. They're counting every word, they're hunting every frame, but somehow every week they're saying your name. Mean machine. Everybody knows what you mean. Mean machine. Breaking every comfortable scene. They say you're wrong, they say you're rude. They say they're done, then they consume another stream from the mean machine. Why debate the man when you can debate his friend? Why face the source when a substitute will do instead? Everybody's brave when the target's not around. Everybody's loud when the room is friendly ground. Circle after circle, panel after panel spins, talking all about the man instead of talking to him. Mean machine. Everybody knows what you mean. Mean machine. Living rent-free in the feed. Take a joke and make a war. Take one sentence, make it more. Every week it's the same routine. Mean machine. Love him, hate him, watch the scene.
Bro, I got the following. I got 28,000. I got 200,000 on TikTok. I got 200.
Oh yeah! There's only one thing that can bring this world together, and that begins with you. The word begins with you, not you. I'm gonna tell you what word it is. Usury! On the dance floor. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Get more hoes, get more paid, get more votes, get more laid. I wanna see the CEOs ruining lives to the beat. Ruin those lives in 141 BPMs. Oh yeah. Sweet cream, sweet cream. Where's the interest rates? I wanna see the banker on the floor. I wanna see your ass poor. Make it clap. Make it fiat clap. Shake that ass. Usury on the dance floor. Fiat cash in my bank account. Bankers, get on the floor. Bankers, make the people poor. Bankers, get more paid. Bankers,
The engine is starting up.
Moment, space, lives.
Let's create lives.
Moment, space, lives. God the Father has a body. It's a very tone body.
He looks good, he looks good.
Moment, space, lives. Moment, space, lives. Basement, basement, basement. Basement, basement, basement. Magic underwear fitting tight. Magic underwear is feeling right.
Space wise.
Moment, space, wise. Moment, space, wise. Lord Cola.
I would like to have intimacies with you.
On the planet of Naboo. Magic underwear. Where? Right there. Moment, space, wise.
Let's create life.
Moment, space, wise. God the Father has a body. It's a very tone body.
He looks good, he looks good, he looks good, he looks good, 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 good. Space, sex, space, sex.
Space, moment, space, wise. Yo. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome. Why not do a middle of the night stream? I'm pretty much a night owl anyway. Our deity has a very toned body. Our deity is making space babies. And he teaches us how to do the coitus. Do the coitus. Go left and right and thrust and back. Do the coitus. Welcome, everybody. What is on y'all's mind tonight? Tonight will be a late night love stream. We're going to talk about human diversity, human sexuality, human body shapes. Did you know that bodies come in many shapes? There's not just one type of right body. Anybody with a body has the right body. Bodies are a flesh engine, a flesh machine that we pilot. And bodies can be used to experience all kinds of amazing pleasures. Just kidding, we're not doing that. What up, y'all? Listen, I ain't answering no super chats without one Bitcoin coming in. I need 7 figures. I need 7 figures. The freaking business church song is copyrighted now, so I forgot I can't play the cringe core song now because it's copyrighted. So I had an interesting day today. I listened to Lord Voldemort, and I read a significant chapter within the Mitrokhin archive about to what degree the Russian church had been penetrated by the KGB throughout the Stalinist period. It was a pretty long chapter, but I want to give a shout out to Matthew Nemi, who covers a lot of the history of the relationship of the Orthodox Church to intelligence agencies. And he recommended this chapter in the book. And it was a really cool chapter. I took a lot of notes. We might talk about that. I feel like a late night radio host tonight, like I'm in some sort of a late night radio mood, and I'll talk like this. And I'll help many of you go to sleep. And you'll have dirty dreams about me when I talk this way. I also got significantly far into this book. Got about 70 pages in yesterday. And that's going to be an exciting global elite text covering the first half of it. We might have to split it up. It's actually a longer book than I thought. It's over 400 pages. I thought it was like a 250 tier, but it's not. We've got fun things to watch. We've got fun times to have. I want you all to come have fun with me. I'm no longer a mean debate man. I'm now a very soft-spoken fun man. I'm a very peaceful man. If you hear my voice, you can tell that I've undergone a change. This is my rebrand. I will no longer ever increase my voice above this decibel. I want to befriend all of the people on the internet who don't like me. I want to kiss up to them. I want to love Ruslan again like I once loved him when we were super tight, when we were BFF. I want to hold hands with Gavin Ortland like I've always wanted to do and never gotten to do. I really feel that I've been given a raw deal here because the real me this is my inner child. This is the real me. I'm a soft-spoken, loving, metrosexual man, and I just need to feel loved. And I hope you all can understand my rebrand. And I would like everyone to just kind of meditate with me for a moment. We're going to change things around here. Things are going to be a lot different at this channel now that we've rebranded. And we're going to focus on our feelings on this channel. I know that that's something that many of us don't have in this sphere. Many of us believe that feelings are faggy, that feelings are
third world, and it's time to set aside all of those racist opinions and get in touch with our feelings, with our inner core person, our inner child. You know, my inner child is still stacking Legos. My inner child is, still, still digging around in his nose trying to see what he can find. My inner child is still, gluing the Jenga blocks together so that I don't lose. And that has to do with insecurities. And so we're going to talk about your insecurities tonight, my insecurities tonight. We're going to talk about growing up with 3 grandparents all in one house. I was raised by 3 grandparents. And I don't mean grannies, I mean 3 granddads that were in a unofficial 3 granddad way marriage. So I was raised in a very tough, unusual home, and I had to learn to survive with 3 granddads. When the show My Two Dads would come on, people thought it was funny. I would weep. So now that I'm in touch with my feelings, and I want this audience to be in touch with their feelings, I expect to get paid. So where are the super chats at? I see a little bit of money trickling in. And, if I'm going to sell out and become a giant soft talking pussy, like as I am, I need the fucking money. So give me what's in your wallets. And I mean your crypto wallets, okay? And so, welcome, Pay Piggies. Thank you so much for joining me on this evening journey as we embark upon the inner space. We're going to step inside. We're going to find our inner selves. We're going to overcome those challenges of having 3 granddaddies or 12 mommies or however you were raised in an alternative living situation. Welcome, everybody. This is Therapy Talk as we rebrand ourselves into something that's a little more palatable, something that's something that feels right. We don't talk about feelings on this channel, and I've decided that it's time to get a lot more gay than we have been. We've been too toxic. We've been there's too much toxic masculinity going around. And I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to go to battle. I'm ready to take a knee. Not just for Anthony Hardaway, but for Yao Ming. I want to take a knee for all oppressed peoples, especially for women. I want to take a knee for my 3 granddads in an alternate relationship that raised me. And I want you guys to begin to introspect. And we're going to do a little meditation tonight. I brought a coffee mug. Happy everything. just happy everything. You know what I mean? We don't need to feel negative energy and vibes. We need to feel happy everything. And I hope you feel happy everything. I remember the first time that I stepped into puberty, and my 3 granddads sat me on their 6 knees and they said, however you feel is what you are. And I fought that for many years. And so now I want to come out as an open grifter. I'm here to rebrand just for money. That's it. I'm just going to be straight up with you guys because I feel honesty is the best policy. We've had so much anger and mean rage for so many years. And I feel like the best strategy is to just be honest with you guys and say, I am just going to be freaking gay as hell and super nice. And I expect to get paid. So that's where we're at here on this channel. We've rebranded. Hope you guys like it. We're just going to paint a nice little gay version of me over here. We're going to put a little gay cloud over here. Kind of Bob Ross style, if you guys like that. I see people in the chat are discussing Bob Ross. Certainly better than Rick Ross. You know, we could talk about Rick Ross. We could talk about who your favorite drug lord is. We could talk about who, it's just time to get past the hate. It's just time to get past the rage, the anger, and it's time to get fucking paid. So, if we're gonna sell out, we might as well get paid doing it. So I want to thank all the super chatters over the years. You guys made all this possible for me to rebrand. But I'm going to need you to step it up because, my Bitcoin wallet, it's not where I want it to be. Okay. And, we have invested in properties, but I want more, and I want more out of you. I expect more out of you. This audience has really come through, and I need you to come through about 10 times more. So I'm going to ask the deacons to close the doors. I'm going to ask everybody to just silently meditate. Close your eyes for a moment. I want you to think about your child's future with college, okay? I want you to think about your grandchildren's future with gold shares and investment stocks. I want you to think about your wives. Perhaps you have 4, 5. Perhaps you're a Mormon. I want you to think about those dependencies that you have. I want you to think about that grandma, that granddad, or the 3 granddads in the old folks home right now. And I want you to think about taking that money for them and giving it to me. Because, yeah, maybe they could use it, okay? Maybe they could, but I mean, let's be honest. They're not going to use it as cool as I would, okay? The money that your granny, your dependents, let's just be honest, they're going to fuck it up, man. They're going to buy some crazy shit, and I'm not. You can rest assured the money you give me will go to some just damn cool shit. I promise you so much promise that whatever I blow that money on, the quality of the pleasure that I will get from that money will 10 times outweigh the low quality pleasure of the many dependents and relatives that you have, that you've designated that savings for. And let's be honest, I'm a lot better with money than you guys are because you still don't know about fiat stuff being gay as hell. I've been telling you for a long time. So who's going to do better with it? Me, obviously. And I don't see a lot of super chats coming in. So guys, I'm going to need you to step it up because, consider me your life quality control. People talk about quality control. I'm your life quality control. And that's just where we are. That's what we need you guys to do. I need you guys to step it up. I need you guys to, if you want to send me all your Bitcoins for one Bitcoin per super chat question right there, 1 Bitcoin. That's all. That's all I'm asking. It's not asking for the whole world. Not the world is mine. No, it's none of that. Just your future family retirement and savings, your 401k or whatever that is, whatever boomer slop that shit is. Just give me that. I mean, however it comes. You write out a certificate. I don't even know how 401k works, but just put my name on it. Just sign. You can sign. Yeah, I'll give you permission. Put Jay Dyer on there. It's fine. It's cool. It's all good, man. I have a friend in Nigeria that I've met, and he assures me that, should you guys choose to invest wisely with your fellow friend here, I will put that money to work for you. Your seed blessing will go to building the most beautiful Roblox Minecraft cathedral the world has seen. I've already hired a team of Spurgs. They're already working overtime. They were taught the secrets of Roblox masonry from their Freemason grandfathers, how to build cathedrals with pixels. We're going to take it over, baby. Jamie. Oh, Jamie. Psst, Jamie. Jamie. I don't want to yell. Psst, Jamie. Psst. Yes, I'm whispering for you. Because I've rebranded. I'm not mean anymore. Would you please make me some espressos? Why are you laughing? You're mean now. So I do what my wife says. Thank you. All right, enough of that shit. What the heck is going on, y'all? Y'all thought I was like gay or whatever. Yo, dude, y'all thought I was gay or whatever. Hey, dude, look, I done fucked up the whole audience, bro. They thought I was gay as shit. All right, back to normal. Just kidding. That's called acting. I'm not a new ager. I'm not a soft-spoken gay dude. Remember when they did that, the Jesuits and a bunch of gay dudes were apologizing to women? Tristan found that clip. That was an awesome clip. And they were apologizing to women for masculinity. Oh, dude, I wonder if we could find that clip. That was the worst clip ever. And it was like 10 gay dudes and Jesuits. Cross your fingers, cause. And then they brought in like homeless dudes. They were having to pay people to do this. So they had to bring in like homeless dudes because they couldn't find men that were gay enough to do it. So shit, I ain't never gonna find that. That was back in them old Tristan streams, dude. Men apologizing to women, toxic masculinity. It was it's literally Jesuits though. It was the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oppression, religion. We gotta apologize. We gotta apologize for everything, dude. Oh man, I wish I could find that. That would be so good to watch. Men crying. They were crying too, because you're supposed to weep when you do this. Weep for your existence, dude. Real Men Cry podcast. The Real Men Cry. Men crying, apologizing to women, toxic Jesuits. I like that. I like that phraseology better anyway. All right, let's see if we can find it. It's so good it's worth looking for, and I just remembered it. Oh, ooh, shit. I got to hit Tristan up for that. Because he would probably remember it. I'll never find that. But before we look at that, while I keep looking, let's check out what the Protestants are up to at Motorcycle Church. This is Randy Balls, baby. Church! Why did he go all the way forward if he was just going to back up?
Come on, somebody.
Why did this happen? What? I like how this just happens and nobody really says or does anything. And then it just continues, like they just go back to normal. Like this is just standard procedure, standard protocols. I like it, dude. We need more of this. And why's he got the light on, dude? That's bright as hell. Turn that off. Boomer core, dude. So for those that don't know, we also have Christian biker gangs that are part of the biker churches. Welcome to America, bro. Guys, if you would, contribute to the grift, contribute to my Cayman Islands prostitution fund. We're trying to get, that's a joke. We're trying to get Randy Balls out of prison. We gotta pay the pastor's bail. So I need y'all to step it up. And I'm making these clips for Ruse Lame and for David Woodcock so that they can expose me. It's time to get exposed, dude. I'll play a little bit of that in a second when we get to this clip. I wish I could find this video. I wonder if I looked in my my history, maybe I could find it that way, because this is a clip from like 10 years ago, and you know how it is. Like a lot of shit from 10 years ago is pretty much gone. Like you just can't find. You can find the worst shit, you know, cats with diarrhea videos from 10 years ago. Yeah, easy, you can find that. But you'll never find the men apologizing to women gay Jesuit video from 10 years ago. He looks good. He looks good. Maybe it was just new age dudes. Maybe it was new age dudes applying. Shit, I'll never find it. It makes me mad. But listen, we got a lot going on at church. Let's get back to church. We need to get y'all back in church. What's going on at church? Let's check it out. This is a good one. So, if you didn't know, you thought that puppet ministry was just for children in the evangelical church. I grew up in a Baptist church, and every Baptist church had puppets. Puppet ministry. I look forward to puppets. I don't know why, because puppets are they're kind of creepy now. They're creepier now that I'm an adult than when I was a kid. But when I was Baptist boy, I was all about puppets, dude. Puppets. But now, puppets is for boomers, dude. Did you know that puppets is for boomer church? I'm not joking. God, let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. What? These are the consequences of the filioque or the philoque. We're trying to argue icons, hypostasis, eternal manifestation, energies. Dude, you're trying to argue with people that are 12-year-olds in their head. The boomers are 12-year-olds in their head. Okay? You're trying to do medieval scholastic disputations, and boomers are literally thinking in crayon. What are we even doing? What are we even doing? Can you believe this? What is going on? Is it the tap water? What is it that really, just took over the boomer mind? Somebody help me understand it, because something else is going on. I'm starting to think maybe stabbies. I don't know. I don't think we're in a simulation, but maybe if I wasn't a Christian, I would think, man, we're in some kind of weird simulation. I'm not saying that is literally what's going on. I'm just saying, I don't know how else you could make sense of just everything being so retarded and crazy. I don't actually think that, but I'm just saying, if I had to pick some alternative thesis,
Sometimes late at night, I wonder, I was like, okay, if I wasn't Orthodox Christian, if I didn't have that worldview, what other theories would I have? And I'm like, okay, what would explain Boomer Puppet Church? uh, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, so you've got like the Sixth Sense option. I'm in an after world, and I haven't figured it out yet. I didn't realize I died already, and they're just slowly, sort of gradually trying to warm me up to the fact that I'm dead because I'm not ready to accept it yet. So I'm trying to like, and they're using crazy shit to like make me to warm me up to it. So I'm like, at a certain point, I'm like, okay, this world is crazy, and then they're gonna be like, okay, now you're ready. We gotta let you know, you died 10 years ago, dude. So you've been in this sort of like side quest that we let you on, the angels or something, and the purpose of the side quest was to kind of get you straightened out, because you died early and you had some things, you had some issues. So that's one option. I'm trying to think of the other options. We're in some sort of simulation. What are the others? CERN, I guess. So they did turn CERN on. It actually did mess everything up somehow. But I guess that's an option. I'm being silly. I don't actually think it's, but like, what are the other? I'm in spurgatory, dude. Exactly. I woke up and I'm in spurgatory. But at least I'm glad I found orthodoxy in the afterlife. If this is the weird afterlife or the weird side quest afterlife. But what do y'all think? What's some of the alternative theories? If you weren't Orthodox Christian and we didn't have that as explanation of the world, the other options they're kind of limited, right? This is a matrix simulation, some sort of weird afterlife. There's not a lot of options. Maybe I glitched out. Like I no clipped into another glitched out reality at some point. I'm trying to figure out. I started thinking, okay, when would I have been close to death or glitching into some other reality? I remember one time this dude was a buddy of mine. Maybe we should do crazy story nights. I don't know. This dude that was a buddy of mine, he was my ex-girlfriend's brother, and we were hanging out one time. And it was right when that horrible fake weed came out. Remember that, like 2010 or so? I don't mean dispensary weed. I'm talking about fake weed. And so he was on a military base, and he was getting off. He was on leave or whatever, and we were gonna go hang out down at the lake. And he was like, "Hey, dude, I got this this fake weed that they sell at the what do you call it? Not the pawn shop, but the novelty store." And he's like, "It's totally legal." And I was like, "Interesting. It's legal. Okay." And he's like, "Here, you want to try it?" That was one of the worst mistakes I ever made in my life. So this was the era of spice. And my thinking process was, well, if it's legal, it can't be that big of an issue. Oh no. It was an issue. It was awful. This is one of the worst experiences I ever had. Right now, I had one other bad experience when I was like 17. I told the bad trip story, right? This basically incapacitated me into the floor. Like I became one with the carpet, and I could not move. I thought I was dying, dude. And the craziest part was, as it wore off, like the next day, I had to have my mom come and pick me up too. Like I couldn't drive, and I couldn't hardly talk the next day. It took a while for my brain to come back for me to be able to even talk. Exactly. I was crawling on the floor, and I was like, and everything was just constantly zooming out, right? I was carpet lord down at the Carpet Emporium. So I think, okay, maybe at that point I died. That's one time when I could have died and I didn't realize it. And this has all been. Now, I do have to say, I mean, after that time, my world did kind of change. I mean, everything kind of massively changed. So maybe everything, this is some kind of weird side quest afterlife. But hey, shit's a lot better in this afterlife than when I was alive back then. It kind of sucked back then because remember that was when I couldn't find a job and everybody was sick of Obama or whatever, and it was like, oh, dude. I remember getting a job at Starbucks for like 2 weeks, and I was like, this sucks, dude. I couldn't even pay the rent from a Starbucks check for a room I rented in West Nashville. Dude, renting one room was like, in 2010, was like $500-600. And then shit, I opened my third eye from that gas station weed was my entrance into the Illuminati, dog. That's how I made a deal with the Illuminati, with the Watchers. And they said, you come on our side, we're gonna make you internet famous in 16 years. I was like, what? They said, we're gonna get you on one of the top podcasts in the world. And what the fuck is a podcast, bro? You talking about Jogan? They said, no. We're gonna get you on a podcast in 16 years. But you gotta serve the Nephilim's Illuminati Watchers. And I was like, well, shit, I ain't got nothing else going on. I got a damn Starbucks job paying me $5 an hour or whatever you get paid back then, $8 an hour. I don't know what it was. But I couldn't even pay the rent, dude, from a one bedroom on the west side. West side Nashville, bro. That's the rich side too. You go to east side, it's a bunch of lesbians and black people. I'm talking about lesbian white chicks at lesbian bars and black dudes. I don't know how they get along, but apparently they do, because I don't hear about no black on lesbian crimes in Nashville. Maybe it happens and I'm just not party to it. How did we already hit 20? Oh, did I put the goal? I put the goal cheap as hell, dude. Shit, I did a cheap ass goal for y'all. Shit, I set that shit for cheap as hell because I didn't think y'all were going to be generous tonight at night. I didn't even know what the hell we was going to do, really. I thought, first I was like, I'm going to be serious and we're going to talk about KGB archives and shit because I read this fascinating chapter. And then we just start talking and I just go crazy. But yeah, no, seriously, like I think the lesbian bar in East Nashville, it's called like Lipstick or something. I remember one time I was looking up clubs in Nashville because I was like, I'm gonna go do amateur night for the hell of it. And there are not many options. So it's like, I just don't think they're gonna like my comedy at Lipstick Lesbian Club or whatever. It's called Lipstick or something. I was like, I don't think they're gonna like me there. Because I see it's like drag night, open mic lesbian comedy night, and I'm like, well, I do have kind of a lesbian haircut, so I mean, I am kind of pretty. They might like me, but I don't think they will. So anyway, I'm trying to think. Sometimes I think, wouldn't it be crazy if that bad trip that you had when you were 17, that bad trip I had on acid when I was 17, what if this is still the acid trip? And then I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's like, dude, you ready for first period history class tomorrow? Like, what the fuck just happened, dude? You won't believe what happened to me. And then be like, what happened to you? I'll be like, freaking, I don't know where to start, dude. Bitcoin, podcast. They'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is 1995, dude. What are you talking about? He went crazy. He went crazy, dude. I'll be like, I stepped into the future, man. No, you just went nuts. You had a bad acid trip. Welcome back to 10th grade, dude. We got to go get ready for history class for first period. Thank you, everybody, for being generous at this late night wacky stream. What else were the boomers up to? Y'all want to keep telling stories? What's another time that I could have entered into an afterlife side quest journey that perhaps explains the craziness of this reality? I don't know. I mean, the bad trip could have been a point of departure. the spice experience could have been a point of departure. Shit, if I do go back in time, I'm gonna be like, where's that Bitcoin at, dude? What year is this? Is this 2011 yet? Oh, we could be in a dream. Oh, that's another one. The third option is coma. Okay, something happened. I've been in a weird ass coma the whole time. Remember that story, that creepypasta story? You know what I'm talking about, right? The creepypasta story. That's why I'm over here like not looking at lamps, dude. My life is pretty freaking good. I am not looking at no lamps, dude. Don't even get me to look at a lamp. Y'all know the lamp story, right? Does everybody know the lamp story?
The lamp is not real.
This is, I guess, one of the three options. Afterlife side quest, 4 options. Afterlife side quest, Matrix, coma, CERN. That's our 4 so far. Our 4 options. You guys give me some options too. What's another way? If we weren't orthodox, how would we explain reality and all this craziness? Do y'all know about the lamp story? This is one of the more popular creepypastas. We could get a spooky stream. I'm starting to get spooked out, dude. I like to dream. Yeah, right. I don't even know the lyrics to that song. And a magic carpet right where you don't know what a boomer can't see. Why don't you take a vision quest with me? Y'all, let's listen to the lamp story, because I'm thinking, man, what if that's what's going on? That's why I don't look at lamps.
The house is not real. My wife, my kids, none of that is real. The last 10 years of my life are not f***ing real. These are the horrifying words from a Redditor posting a story about having an entire life experience while being unconscious. What does the story mean? Where did it come from? What are the deeper psychological implications? All of that will be attempted to be answered.
See, I forgot about the coma option. That's another option. And then I start thinking, damn, when did I bump my head, dude? Okay, if we go with the coma option, I remember I did have a car wreck one time, but I don't remember getting hurt. But see, maybe that's just exactly what I misremembered about the car wreck. So in the year 2000, I was going up to Louisville to visit Boyce Bible College to see if I wanted to attend it. And at that time, where I lived was about 4.5 hours from Louisville, Kentucky. So we drove there, and it was me, my mom. I can't remember if my little brother was there, but I think it was just me and my mom. And we drove up there to check it out. I was 18, 19, something like that. So we're driving up there. We go check it out. We spend the day there. I'm like, yeah, I think I want to go there. That looks like a good place. And we're driving home, and my mom got tired, and she was like, hey, will you drive? And my stepdad had this brand new fancy BMW, right? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll drive. We're like 30 minutes from home, right? It's probably 1 a.m. And that car was like, it drove like pudding, dude. It just drove like a cloud, right? And I started dozing off, and we were probably 2 or 3 miles from home. And no, I wasn't drinking, because I didn't drink. That was a period when I was like 19 and didn't drink, because I was trying to go to a Reformed Baptist Presbyterians. I had Presbyterian views. I was going to go to a Reformed Baptist college. And I remember when I started swerving because I was dozing off, I overcorrected. When I woke up, like I jumped up, overcorrected, and we went off, not a super steep embankment, but just kind of like a steep Thankfully, it wasn't that steep. It was probably a 20-foot little hill. And we just kind of slid down the side of the hill. And then the BMW slid and was sitting on its side. So I was having to like I had to climb out the top, and then I had to help my mom climb out the top. And we were just kind of scratched. We weren't that hurt, but then the car fell over as my mom was getting out and almost crushed her. But thankfully there was no injuries. I don't even think the airbags came out because we didn't hit anything head on. We just slid on the side. It was kind of badass. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of thinking, shit, maybe I should be in like a Vin Diesel movie, or I should be who's that dude that died that was in a I need to be. I feel like now I'm destined to do some Tokyo drifting shit, dude. That's what I'm made for. I don't know. So I Tokyo drifted on the side of a BMW, brand new. You know, some damn torque level shit. Okay, that's what I'm up to. And but we were made it. Everything was fine. But now I'm thinking, shit, dude, maybe I died that night and I just didn't even know. My stepdad was mad as hell though, because the car was totaled because the whole side of it was basically gone. Paul Walker, that's what I'm trying to think of. I'm like, shit, I'm Paul Walker now, for real. But maybe that's when I passed away. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that one likely? I'll have to think of some other near-death experiences.
In this video, you probably heard this story from TikTok or Instagram Reels or something like that. The lamp story, or the creepypasta with the lamp, as it's been named, has been going absolutely viral. And since I go over internet horror and mysteries on this channel, I kind of wanted to dive into this creepypasta because I love psychological ones. And this is quite literally the definition of that. In this video, I'll be breaking it down, reading it, talking about the themes.
Yeah, dude, we don't need you to tell us what you're going to do in the video. I can't stand when people do this. Like, in this video, I'm going to tell you everything about what I'm going to do in this video. And now it's a part of the video where I tell you everything about the video. But first, let me tell you about telling you about the video.
And like I said, just overall trying to deduce what this means to the best of my ability. And if you're into that sort of thing, keep on watching. Let's start from the beginning. 11 years ago, in the comment section of r/AskReddit, a surprising but unnerving post was made. The question of this Ask Reddit post was, have you ever felt a deep connection to a person that you've met in a dream? The comment, which included the lamp story, was made by an unknown throwaway account and is an allegedly true story that the OP experienced.
You know, something else we haven't talked about? I did one time went on a dream podcast. I was like, nobody talks about dreams. Because dreams are the kinds of shit that sounds cool when you first wake up in the morning and you're super into it. And then you start telling other people about your dreams and then they immediately tune out. Dude, nobody gives a shit about anybody's dreams. You don't even give a shit about your own dreams by about 12 o'clock. Okay. When you wake up 8, 9 o'clock, dude, the dream is like the craziest shit you've ever experienced. Dude, I was just freaking talking to Bill Cosby with Netanyahu, and we were planning how to create a Christian world government based around Byzantium. And then it's like by noon, you're like, man, what a retarded ass dream, dude. But when you wake up, you're like, man, I'm gonna freaking change the world, dude. I had a dream that was so meaningful. I'm gonna change the world. And then by noon, it's like, what the fuck was that dream? It was so stupid, dude. What does that mean? You're like, does that dream mean I'm actually retarded? Like, what does that mean? I thought I'm going to change the world with Bill Cosby and Bibi Netanyahu. What was I thinking, dude? I had a nightmare the other night. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, I went on this dream podcast. And I thought this would be a cool topic. Like 6 years ago. And dude, nobody watched that podcast. I was like, this sounds like a cool podcast, but nobody... I think it's still up. I don't know, but I don't know. Then I realized nobody cares about dreams. Unless it's Stevie Nicks' dreams, then everybody cares. How come nobody cares about my dreams? You all care about some witch Stevie Nicks' dreams. But forgot where I was going with that. Dreams. Sega Dreamcast. No, we're talking about, this nightmare I had was crazy because I fell asleep watching a Korean zombie movie. And I should have known better because I also had indigestion. And those two things together are recipes for nightmares. Always. I mean, this has happened more than once where if I play a zombie game or if I watch like a Korean zombie movie, like American zombies don't bug me. Like, I guess because I'm a white dude, but my latent racisms make me fear only Korean zombies because that gave me the worst nightmare I've had in like 3 years, dude. So this nightmare, I'm not joking. It was I woke up and I was like, right. And Jamie was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Dude, I had the worst nightmare I've ever had." And she said, "What happened?" I said, "Korean zombies." And I mean, I'm not afraid of zombies. I watched I watched every zombie movie, a million zombie movies. Like, but so for some reason, what's this new one? I think it won at the Cannes Film Festival. This movie gave me just insane level nightmares, like waking up sweating, terrified, breathing, praying. And then by like noon, you're like, what the hell was I afraid of? Like, that was what, this is it right here, Colony. Right? And then I realized, dude, the zombies are on spice. Oh, I'm starting to make a connection. I'm in the afterlife. And I took spice and I'm dead. And the zombies are acting like me on spice. The universe is telling me in a very polite, kind way, taking its time, 15, 20 years, psst, you might be dead, right? So I'm like freaking Bruce Willis over here. The universe is Haley Joel Osment, easing me into the fact that I passed away on spice in 2010, right? So you got these Asian man that's having a reaction. He's having allergic reactions. It's not sitting well with him. Somehow that was vibing with some damn rotten meat I ate. I don't know if I ate some rotten meat or what. A damn carcass. And it just didn't go well. And I had the craziest nightmares of like, look at these dudes. Korean dudes just flying at you from over a damn ottoman. Just flying at just. This was my dream, dude. And then they all got goo and pus coming out of them too. So yeah, that was my dream was literally this. I was running around through a bunch of buildings. The dream was like the new Dying Light game. Not Bond First Light, but Dying Light Beast. Right, which I played that quite a bit. So that factored into my dream architecture. So this was part of it, right? My dream was like this, running around, but it was like a modern city. It wasn't a European village. But it was just like this, dude. Right? Running around. But I didn't have a weapon, so I didn't have any way to defend myself. And these angry Asian bitches were just ready to pounce, dude. They were hungry. It was genuinely a terrifying dream. And I remember waking up, breathing, sweating, gulping water, praying, got my prayer rope. Oh, God, help me. The Asian bitch is about to eat me up. God, help me. Oh, Lord, help me. Save me from these damn infected Korean girls. What was I doing? Maybe this is a message about STDs. I don't know. I've not been with no Korean women. I don't know. They was infected, though. Trying to eat the hell out of me. Just dripping, dude. Goo everywhere. It was awful. And then by 1 p.m., I'm like, what a retarded ass dream. Why the hell was I even scared about that? But that's everybody's dream, though, isn't it? Did I run everybody off with dream talk? No, we've been still about the same number. What's on y'all's mind, man? Y'all don't, is this boring? I don't know what you like. I had to level up with my prayers, dude. I had to cast some healing spells in the middle of this, like a role playing game or something. So I was like, shit, I need a pocket full of ramen or something to distract them. Throw a bunch of ramen at them. Run away. Throw a ramen over there and run. Just hit it, dude. Book it. And I'm like, this Asia woman in it was kind of pretty, right? Where was she at in this dream? I got these hungry bitches over here trying to devour me, dude. Anyway, let's get back to the lamp story, because this is another option, right? Perhaps it's not an afterlife. Perhaps it's a coma life.
Even though this creepypasta is old, it's actually just now gaining traction, which I find interesting, but I guess the internet is the internet, and things never truly get lost. The post itself is actually pretty short, and is only a few paragraphs in length, so I'll be reading that right now, and then try to examine it and break it down after the reading. It goes as follows. Throwaway account, because this is really personal. My last semester at a certain college, I was assaulted by a football player for walking where he was trying to drive. Note, he was 325 pounds and I was 120 pounds. While unconscious on the ground, I lived a different life. I met a wonderful young lady. She made my heart skip and my face red. I pursued her for months and dispatched a few jerk boyfriends before I
met a young lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me ramen. And she said, I'm a Korean zombie, yeah.
Finally won her over. After 2 years, we got married, and almost immediately she bore me a daughter. I had a great job, and my wife didn't have to work outside of the house. When my daughter was 2, my wife bore me a son.
She bore me a daughter? Who speaks this way? I sired 3 sons and was born a daughter.
My son was the joy of my life. I would walk into his room every morning before I left for work and doted on him and my daughter. One day, while sitting on the couch, I noticed that the perspective of...
Doted on him? Dude. The prose within this creepypasta is making me doubt it.
The lamp was odd, like inverted. It was still in 3D, but just wrong. It was a square lamp base, red with gold trim on 4 legs and a white square shade. I was transfixed. I couldn't look away from it. I stayed up all night staring at it. The next morning, I didn't go to work. Something was just not right about the lamp.
That's a man that's serious about lamps right there. All right, no lampshade jokes now. Come on now.
Stopped eating. I left the couch only to use the bathroom at first. Soon I stopped that too, as I wasn't eating or drinking. I stared at that fucking lamp for 3 days before my wife got really worried. She had someone come and try to talk to me, but by this time my cognizance was breaking up and my wife was freaking out. She took the kids to her mother's house just before I had my epiphany. The lamp is not real. The house is not real. My wife, my kids, none of that is real. The last 10 years of my life are not fucking real. The lamp started to grow wider and deeper. It was still inverted dimensions. It took up my entire perspective, and all I could see was red. I heard voices and screams and all sorts of weird noises, and I became aware of pain. A fucking ton of pain. The first words I said were, I'm missing teeth, and opened my eyes. I was late.
Shit, this sounds like my zombie dream now. Happy everything. I'm missing my teeth? What?
On my back on the sidewalk, surrounded by people that I did not know. Lots were freaking out. I was completely confused. At some point, a cop scooped me up, dragged and walked me across the sidewalk and grass, and threw me face down into the back of a cop car. I was still confused. I was taken to the hospital by the cop. Seems he didn't want to wait for the ambulance to arrive, and given CT scans and shit. I went through about 3 years of horrid depression. I was grieving the loss of my wife and children, and dealing with the knowledge that they never existed. I was scared that I was going insane, as I would cry myself to sleep, hoping I would see her in my dreams. I never have, but sometimes I do see my son. Usually just a glimpse out of my peripheral vision. He is perpetually 5 years old, and I can never hear what he says. Edit. 24 hours after post. Never thought anyone would read this. I changed the line so that it no longer seems that my 2-year-old daughter...
I mean, I think this is obviously a funny, silly story. I kind of like the story, though, just as like a short story. But, we don't know about dreams, dude. We really don't know what dreams are or what the heck is going on. I feel like there are actually a lot of philosophical, transcendental kind of arguments you could make via dreams. For example, St. Athanasius argues that dreams prove the existence of the soul, because if the body is completely, or the mind is basically inactive, the body is inactive. Obviously, you're still breathing, but there's still an entire world, an inner world going on as you're essentially laid out, right? And he thinks that that's an argument or a way to suggest that the body is distinct from the soul, because the soul's having these experiences that the body is not. Yet, within the dreamscape, we do find, for example, the experience of solidity. We find the experience of emotions, other people, beginning, middle, end structures, conversations, emotions, whole worlds, right? So what the heck is this? What, ontologically speaking, what is this? Where is this? My suspicion is that the dream world is the inner world. There is a world inside of you. Every one of us is a little world, a little microcosm. How exactly that works, how it's structured, I don't know all of that. Probably structured something like a house, or like I don't know, I'm just speculating. Or like a dimensional space. In other words, there's probably, because I've had recurring dreams. I don't know if you guys have had recurring dreams, but I've had a lot of recurring dreams. And sometimes in the recurring dreams, I'm back in the space that I've been to many, many times before. And then I explore some other area or dimension or realm of that space, right? Like, oh, I'm here at the giant hotel that I always am at in a dream, and I've never gone over that way, right? So it's kind of like backrooms level shit, right? Does anybody else have that experience in their dreams? I do. It doesn't always happen, but I would say, just from dreams I remember, there's certain locations and areas that I've returned to in my dreams probably 5-10 times. And then sometimes I'll actually go into another area, right? Like I was having a dream, like that zombie dream, for example. Some of that was familiar to me, but I went into areas, actual like places that I'd never been to. And yeah, it makes me think of Inception. So there's perhaps some sort of like, I mean, it's not a physical place, but it's almost like the dream world is structured in some way. I don't know how that works, what exactly is going on, but that seems to be the case. The sleeper must awaken.
For a child. I have never seen Inception or the Star Trek episodes so many have mentioned, but I will eventually. I will not do an AMA.
It's also weird, as some of you guys are saying, I've had 2 dreams in 15 years. What, dude? Yeah, this is another odd experience, right? As soon as I fall asleep, I immediately dream. I have dreams every night. If I took a 5-minute nap, I would immediately dream. That's something. I've always been that way. It's odd to me when I see people say, "Oh, I've never remembered a dream," or "I've never had a dream." I'm like, what? That's crazy. Somebody said I've had 2 dreams in 15 years. That's crazy. Yeah, I've had many lucid dreams. I wouldn't say it happens a lot. I guess for me it's a lot because I dream every night, but I would say lucid dreams, maybe one every 3 months or 6 months. But I also don't ever have nightmares except once for every 3 to 6 months. And usually it's something I've eaten, like if I ate some damn dead carcasses or some shit, like then I've got tummy ache and then I'm gonna have a bad dream. So I know if I eat something bad and I watch a zombie movie, it's over, dude. I'm gonna have a nightmare. And I'll even dread it beforehand. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have a nightmare. Why am I watching this zombie movie, dude? What am I doing? All right, let's finish this story.
Had many PMs describing similar experiences, and 3 posters stating such experiences are impossible. I'd say more research needs to be done on brain functions. Pre-med students do not assume that you know everything. A few have asked if they can write a book, or screenplay, or stage play, or rage comic, etc. Please consider this tale open source, and have fun with it. That's the end. So the story was sadly written by a throwaway account, and because of this, we'll never truly know who wrote it or what person, like why they wrote it, but all we know is that it's horrifying. We can still pick apart a bunch of it though. At the end of the post, in the 24-hour edit section, OP says that they have never seen Inception or a specific Star Trek episode that people seem to be mentioning. And as far as I can find, this Star Trek episode that he's referring to is called The Inner Light, which is...
Oh, that's interesting. Now I want to watch that Star Trek episode because I don't recall a Next Generation episode that's like Inception. Yeah, I know that's nerd shit, but when I was in 8th grade, I think. When I was in 8th grade, that's the only thing that was on TV when you get home from school. Oh, I know this one. This is the one where he's old. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this one now. Yeah, this one is kind of trippy. Like Captain Picard like trips out. He has a damn concussion or something. And then he lives a whole lifetime in a brief coma and then comes back to life, right? So, but a lot of times these stupid sci-fi stories, they always make it, dude, this proves the multiverse, dude. It's like a multiverse, dude. And it's not the multiverse. It's just like your inner state. That's it. Yeah, that's right. I remember this one now. But let's finish this story here.
The 125th episode of Star Trek Next Generation, and that follows a very trippy Inception or like dream within a dream plotline with Picard living decades of a life, but only actually being knocked out for 25 minutes. In this episode, Picard had children and grandchildren and people that he knew, but none of that was actually real. I find it interesting since the OP hadn't seen any media or anything like it.
Well, how do we know he didn't see any of that, right? I mean, he could have just watched this. He's writing like a boomer anyway, right? Like, I sired a son and was born, my wife bore me 3 daughters and I sired a son in my dotage. It's like, okay, dude, we know you're a Star Trek fan. Come on.
Experience, it's very strange that his brain would conjure up something like that. Typically, when our brains create things in dreams or in passing or in thought.
Star Trek Next Generation, awesome. I'm a little split on it. I mean, there's some episodes that are really good. They're really well written. It references a lot of weird, esoteric, Platonic, Gnostic stuff. Gene Roddenberry was also kind of a weird Luciferian atheist, but it's also globalist propaganda, and it's a very bizarre show. I have to say that. I'll say that. Star Trek TNG is very bizarre. I don't know what else to say.
It is all based on real events that we've witnessed in some capacity, at least vaguely. So OP would have had a very unique experience if he truly hadn't seen anything in media that was similar to his dream. At the bottom of the post, OP says that he's had DMs from people who have experienced similar things in similar ways, which got me thinking, what is the true limit of our brain's strength? We do not use 100% of our brain while awake and moving around, so I wonder what percent of it was being used in the OP situation when he was having this fit of fake life. Was it 100%? Was it 4%? Was it 2%? How powerful are we, actually? Did he create an entire
human 5 cents reality? Cheetah Uri. Oh, now we're going full David Icke here.
new reality in a different multiverse with his brain? Did he just remember a past life that he lived before this current one? Or did he manifest his future life? Why does the brain do the things that it does?
Yo, I'm about to manifest, bro. I'm about to manifest a Bugatti. I'm about to manifest me a Korean bride. I'm gonna manifest me 25 Bitcoins, bro. All right, we got some super chats I'll read here. Little chicken comes home. Debate Dave Wood. You're a pagan. Ooh, got me, dude. It's over. Handheld, $5. Did you have paranormal encounters? This is a good question. Have I had paranormal encounters? Yeah, so I would say I can think of 2, and I think I mentioned them on streams before. But so one time, the one time that was the first one was when I had a bad trip. So when I was 17, had the bad acid trip. There's a video I made years ago describing my bad acid trip. I blacked out for like 4 or 5 hours, and there was a point of light that was an entity, an angel or something. I thought it was an angel when I had the trip, and I was blacked out in the. This also could have been when I died. I don't know, but I don't think acid will kill you. But I blacked out, and I was laid up in the bathroom, the party house bathroom for about 4 or 5 hours, and there was a light that like beamed a beam of light. Um, it was like a star, and it wasn't like blasting white light, but it was like just a point of light, and it was like a ray of light. And there was communication. I have no idea what it was or what happened. And that was 3 or 4 hours, and then I came out of my acid trip. The other weird thing that was happening in the acid trip too, which was really freaking me out, was I was seeing things in reverse, and then I would see them play forward, and then see them. It was like, this is way too much, dude. I thought this is gonna be like smoking weed, and it was gonna be fun and giggly, and then of course for the first couple hours it is, and you're like, ha ha ha, this is so much fun, and then it turns into a damn Doctor Who episode when I'm in a freaking psychedelic TARDIS and shit's going in reverse, and I'm like, no, this is too much. I went in at the wrong other dimension. This is not what I didn't know it was going to be like this, because my buddy was like, oh yeah, it's going to be so much fun. You're going to laugh and you're going to see cool patterns in the carpet. Okay. I didn't know I was going to see damn other dimensions and Cthulhu shit, dude. Come on, man. This is too much. You should have warned me that it was going to be full on cosmic horror. You made me think I was going to go to, it's a small world after all. No, we're in the damn Dante's Inferno, bro. It was a psychedelic tortoise because everything was like shit's going in reverse. I'm seeing stop signs upside down. I'm like, this is not what I signed up for, dude. This is not fun. Be wary of free drugs. I actually paid $7 for that drug, so it wasn't free. It was like $7 per acid hit. I only took one hit, and that was 1995, I think, somewhere around there, 96, 5 or 6. And my dumbass did it like 6 more times. So I didn't have any more. I almost had one more bad trip, but the rest of them weren't bad trips. So, turned up. Oh, you're talking about supernatural experience. So that's the first supernatural experience was, and I say supernatural because yes, I'm very aware that LSD will give you visual field, alterations and change. I'm familiar with all that, but no, this was an actual communication, and I came away from it very, feeling very creeped out and gross. I felt like whatever I was interacting with was not good. It was a being that was not friendly. It was something evil. So it was an angel. It appeared as a point of light, and my first thought was, the devil appears as an angel of light. So I've always thought it was something demonic. I've never thought it was, like if some new ager had this experience, they would have been like, oh, that was like the infinite consciousness speaking to me, dude. And I was like channeling, and no, this was evil. I felt like it was evil. So this was not, again, so I think a lot of people who talk about, I've never done shrooms, right? I don't do psychedelics or anything. I haven't done psychedelics since I was 18, dude. This was like years ago when I was in high school. And I never did shrooms, but everybody always talks about how, LSD is significantly different than shrooms because, I mean, I've never experienced anything that crazy. Maybe they gave me some kind of crazy dose too, which is my first time doing it. And so maybe it was like I got some kind of dose that was way stronger than everybody else's dose. I don't know. It actually came from the Memphis rave scene, which is weird because the chick that got it, by the way, she passed away some years back. She was my best friend's sometime girlfriend. Her name was Robin. Robin moved to Memphis and was all about freaking Memphis raves, dude. And I never even been to a Memphis rave, but this was in the 90s, so this is not, I don't think Memphis raves exist anymore, but in the 90s it did. And so, oh, Robin's going to get us some acid, dude. And it's only $7. so I actually paid for this hellacious experience. It wasn't free. 1997, dude, not 77. What are you talking about? I ain't no damn boomer. Dude, yeah, of course, a rave chick would be named Robin. And she was totally exactly what you would think a 90s rave chick was like, too. She's a pretty cool person. I'm not dissing on Robin at all. She was a fun, cool person, but I think she had there were some questions about her passing too. There might have been some other things happening that led to her passing. Anyway, that's a local conspiracy lore story, but I don't think it related to her. She wasn't like a drug dealer or anything, but she was definitely a rave party girl. Anyway, why are we talking about this? Supernatural experiences. The other one that I can't really, there's more of an inexplicable experience. I've told this story before. When I was working at AT&T at the outlet, like selling cell phones. I did that for like a year. This was probably 2012, I want to say, around 2012. So I was just like the sales. There was two of us at an AT&T, cell phone outlet, and it was like a standard, Verizon type store where it's tablets and smartphones and all that shit. And it was a pretty slow, strip mall business place. So we would have significant times throughout the day where there was downtime, right? And so it was me and one other worker there, me and this other girl. And this store, you could only lock it from the inside, okay? And the boss, the manager, went to go do something, and he was like, I won't be back today. You guys are going to have to close up. So he left, and he was like, I'll lock the door. Or he said, lock the door when you guys leave. And so he went out and obviously didn't lock it because the door can only be locked with the manager's key from the outside, right? So we were sitting there waiting, and we would go outside pretty significantly because I was smoking American Spirits at that time. And I noticed like a little bit later, because nobody else, I had a manager key, nobody else had a key, and you had to lock it from the outside. And then at some point, somehow the door was locked. And we were like, he didn't lock it because we've been outside the door, and you got to have the manager key to lock it from the outside. It's the only door to the little store. But somehow this door had gotten locked, like fully locked. It was one of those, corporate doors with a full on deadbolt, but it only does it from the outside. I don't know how that was possible. We couldn't figure out how it would have been done. I mean, I suppose it's possible that the manager snuck back up there and locked us in as a prank, but he wasn't the kind of dude that would do pranks. He was a pretty serious dude, and he didn't want to come back after getting off of work, right? Because he was one of those managers that's like the type that didn't want to be at work, right? Like any excuse to leave the store, that kind of a manager. I mean, he wasn't a bad manager. He just, obviously it sucks sitting at a empty cell phone store all day. So, yeah, I've never figured out how that was possible, how he did that. So this was 2010 though. But that's the only two odd experiences that I can think of. One time I went to Orthodox church, and this is an experience that I can't really explain. My only thought is that it has to be because of the way that the Orthodox church in Franklin, the big St. Ignatius, the big cathedral church, it's kind of in a valley in Franklin. Let me show you what I'm talking about if you've never seen this place. So this, of course, is the famous church that in the 90s received all the converts, right? This is the mother church of the first kind of wave of converts to Orthodoxy back in the late 80s, early 90s. And at the time, it was a smaller, much smaller church, right? When I first attended there many years ago, 2007 was the first time I attended. Back then, that's all. This was the totality of the church, right? It was just this one building. This one right here. But now, of course, they built what is basically a cathedral. It's massive now, right? So let me come over here and show you. Here's the outside of it, right? So you can see here in this is perfect, right? This drone footage. So you can see this whole area, and there's like hills over here on this side too where you can't see. It's basically in a valley, and this is the super rich area of Nashville. So my first Pascha at this church was 2000, I want to say 7 or 8. And so we were all crowded around the smaller chapel, which is the original first chapel there. And we were singing the hymns outside of the church at night. And there was this weird experience and it wasn't just me, other people noticed it. As we were singing, you could hear, because there's no musical instruments, you could hear what sounded like other sounds of choirs. I'm not kidding. Nobody knew what it was. The only thing I could think of was that because it's in a valley, there was some sort of an interesting echo phenomena that was happening. I would like to know from other people that go to this church, because I haven't been there in a few years, but we have several friends that go there. I would like to know if that's a thing that other people at this church experience, if standing out in front of the church when you sing the hymns at midnight or whatever, if they were hearing these echoes. And I don't know, it didn't sound like echoes of people singing. It sounded like we would sing, and then you would hear these sort of the only thing I could liken it to, because it didn't sound like human voices. Remember that sound? It wasn't as crass as this, but the John Lennon "Tomorrow Never Knows" song. When I think he's playing horns in reverse. You know the sound I'm talking about? I'm going to go just to that part. I don't want to ding the algorithm, but it kind of sounded like this, but not as crass as this. That's kind of it. Where's it at? I haven't listened to the song in forever. Well, that almost sounds like freaking ducks chirping or some shit, like geese. It didn't sound like geese. It sounded kind of like that. It sounded like that, but it was echoing through the entire valley. It didn't sound Hindu. It sounded more like, I don't know how to describe it. It sounded like a voice, but not voices. It sounded like an instrument voice echoing. I don't know. That's the only way I could describe it. I forgot about that experience, but that was at Pascha 2000. I mean, everybody thought, is that angels singing? Like an angelic sound? Because here you can see it's all a valley, right? Maybe it was echoes, but there's no harmonics because there's no Orthodox liturgies don't have instruments, and we weren't there wasn't like a choir doing antiphonal singing. It was just people singing the Paschal hymns. I don't remember which hymn it was singing. Obviously, you do the, Christ is risen from the dead. It was this. I was looking for one of the churches where they're maybe doing it outside. Let's see if we can find that. Well, I thought this would be easier to find than this is not that easy to find. Let's see. Here we go. No, that's not. I'm looking for like a big church singing outside in front of the church. Maybe I should put procession outside. There we go. No, I don't want to see no damn Vatican people singing this. Let's try this. By the way, it wasn't bells. Obviously, it's not bells ringing. Well, I'm not finding a good example of what I'm looking for. You would think it would be easier to find. Let's see. Here's a big one outside the church. I wasn't outside the church except for like 2 seconds. Anyway. Okay, I give up. All right, so that was another experience that I remember that was interesting. But what about Boomer Puppet Ministry? Why would you go to that when you could go to Boomer Puppet Church? I don't know. It's hard to tell which one's more reverent, which one can compete there. Boomer Puppet Ministry or Christ is risen from the dead. That's a tough call, dude. I'm having fun with spooky stories, though. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. Brennan says for $10, I ran into Muslims outside the World Cup in Houston. We blew their minds with the Islamic dilemma. That sounds wild. Watch out, they don't make you go pop pop. Brennan says for $10. No, he said that. It's kill your TV, $5. Yo, I bought a crypto wallet. Why did you buy a crypto? Oh, you mean a cold war storage wallet? I was like, you mean a hot wallet? You're gonna buy those are free, dude. I'm excited to get into Bitcoin. Good, that's great, man. Thank you for making me wise to Bitcoin. I want to flee the demonic EU with my wife. We want to start a family. What countries would you recommend? Dude, I don't know about. I mean, all of that kind of just depends on, how easy it is for you to get to said country, what your culture shock experience is going to be in another country. It's a tough one, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there's positives and negatives to the U.S. There's positive and negatives to Latin South America. You know, you could reach out to Tristan. But I don't know. I have no idea how easy it is to get from the EU to those kinds of countries. But glad to see you're getting into Bitcoin. Rhythm Church, $5. Jay, I watched some of your old videos. You were discussing Tiny Mustache Man being a tool of the banking elite. If you have longer videos on this to point me to some books, well, my publisher just put out a brand new book, Tiny Mustache Man and Two World Wars, and what's the name of it? I've read 3 chapters of it. It's a 700-page book, so I'm not. This is it. 2 World Wars and Tiny Mustache Man, who was responsible? It's pretty good so far. I mean, I've read 3 chapters of it. I'm pretty impressed. Jim McGregor and John O'Dowd are the authors. These 2 guys here. So far, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't detect that one of the dudes is like a Scottish historian guy and the other guy's like a doctor. So they're not writing from a shit lib perspective. So that one so far that's the most recent book on this subject. But I don't remember what I was talking about in said podcast. Shoreline, $10. I need 7 figures. Handheld, $5. We read that. We were talking about spooky stories. JD says, rebrand is not complete if you don't use crystals. Well, the crystal was opening up my root chakra, if you know what I'm saying. Dat boy, $5. Cholo Church. I started my own, fool. I was thinking about how we can monetize the gospel and stuff. Jay, don't believe in the 5 cholos. Not the 5 solas, the 5 cholas. Sin City, $5. Thank you, dude. 5150 since 350 New Zealand. Sin City, $5. Thanks again. I'm not giving you any shit until you rebrand with actual crystals. You guys are all about the crystals tonight. Who Crystal is? Who Crystal? Who that bitch is? Crystal? She's still a stripper. Malcolm, $5. Jay, can you do a Zoom ministry exorcism deliverance? It's $10 for online deliveries. No, Zoom deliverances now, by the way, guys, because of inflation. Yo, we got spiritual inflations. It's 1 Bitcoin to get delivered. But hey, isn't 1 Bitcoin worth not being possessed? You tell me. I will deliver you on Zoom 1 Bitcoin to that wallet right there. And these dum-dums are too stupid to get a joke too, by the way. We'll have fun with it. Nixie says for $5, here's some shekels for your grift. We'll get some crystals. We got a crystal necklace with that $5 right there. Wholesome granddaddy tax. Yes, I grew up with 3 granddads. It was an alternative lifestyle situation. No grandmas, just 3 loving granddads in a loving alternative marriage together. Why are you judging me, bigot? Canonical beer, $10. This is for when the Chalk sponsorship drops after this. Guys, remember, head over to chalk.com. Promo code J60Life, JY60LIFE. I'm having fun telling spooky stories, dude. We went from alternative explanations of how crazy the world is to nightmares and dreamscapes. And then we went into dirty into bad trips, dirty trips, drug experiences. And then we went into spooky stories, unexplained, the mysterious. But I'm trying to think of any more. The only horror that I can think of next to that is bad dating experiences. That's some horrors that I could speak to. Altar Void, $10. Jay, it sounds like you're ready to reach out to Pastor Mike at Lakewood Ministries LLC. Good luck with your future baptism super slide. You must be confusing me with Pastor Randy Balls, who had the original slide who will be suing Pastor Mike very soon. Alter Void says 4.9 out of 5 stars. I don't think Randy Balls is going to be happy when he gets out of Costa Rican prostitution prison with Pastor Mike. I think he's going to be very upset that Pastor Mike is getting in on his game. Okay. Jared Bird says for $5. This is for you, gay boy. That's the rebrand, you guys. We rebranded early on. In the Phil, $5. I went to the Eucharist for the first time. It was a tortilla chip and grape syrup. It was at the Roblox church, but I feel better already. Yeah, you must have been at JP Mahler's, Chat GPT, GED Uncut, and Mahler's Roblox church, which I'm not joking, they actually have that. They actually do communion in their Discord server. You can't make this up. And this is who we're supposed to be debating and taking seriously? What? Thank you guys for those small super chats. Cool Barracuda. If you haven't super chatted yet, you're all bad budgeteers and you're bad tithers. Well, you're not going to get your seed blessings in 1,000-fold return if you don't super chat me. So you're just cheating yourself. Just think of it that way. You guys are cheating yourselves. Chat us for $5. These late night streams is peak, dude. They're weird too, aren't they? I'm like an old person with sundowning, right? When the sun goes down, it's like old people sundowning. I get crazy, dude. I just get in. You don't know what's coming, right? It's just off the hook. Bird says oink oink for $5. Slum Homunculus says gay SMR. Well, the first 30 minutes of this was that, yes. Mr. Ween, $20. I recently convinced a Muslim to leave Islam. He's now attending a Minecraft church, though. Oh, well, you're doing that God logic style of evangelism where you just convert them to a. By the way, can we go? Can we go to Tank Church and Male Stripper Church? Is that cool? We need to ask these guys. 4571 says, Demon, get out! Get out! I cast fireball! I cast fireball! He's talking about when I was possessed with the spirit of gayness earlier on. John Grinner, $5. Do you know about Michael Sugru? Of course. I was watching those tapes on VHS in the year 2000. What do you think about him? I mean, other than he's just an online professor, I don't know what to say. What about the relationship between Athens and Jerusalem? Well, our whole last conference was Athens and Jerusalem. So you could, I think on my website, yeah, it's an audio lecture that was our Florida conference the last year. I talked about Athens and Jerusalem. So you could get my whole lecture on that in the members section at the website. How do they allow motorcycles in church if homosexuality is a sin? Fair question. JD the Real, $25. Best wishes in your retirement. Thank you for your service. What do you think about Lemelson attacking Josiah and all that? I think it's a bunch of, that dude's super sus. Just look at his Wikipedia. It's sus as hell. That's like red flags for sure. Shane, $5. Do you know about Skeptical Agnostic? He critiqued you. I don't care who critiques me. What do you think about his content? I don't watch atheist content. And then you ask the same question again. Pudroff, $10. I dreamt one time I had to save. Y'all talking about a bunch of boring shit. I want to talk about crazy Korean bitches trying to eat me in dreams. That's what I want to talk. That was exciting. And y'all want to talk about Skeptical Agnostic YouTube channel? What? Boring, dude. I want to talk about ramen noodles, other dimensions, Korean bitches, bioweapons, Cthulhu. That's what I want to talk about. Ghosts, spooks, ghouls.
I want to talk about internet atheism. Did you know that this guy made a video about you with 200 views? Well, how are you going to deal with this person?
I'm not. I don't care, dude. Let's talk about ramen noodles, Korean women, STDs. That's what I want to talk about. Dreams. I want to talk about Stephen King's Nightmares and Dreamscapes. Remember that? I remember trying to read that at work one day. And then I went home to my apartment. Remember Nightmares and Dreamscapes? I went home to, they made you could just audio, dude. It's audio. I remember I went home from work on lunch break and I was reading Nightmares and Dreamscapes. Oh, they made a TV movie out of this. That's funny. I didn't even know they had that. Wouldn't you rather talk about spooky shit? That's more interesting than these dumbass atheists, dude. They're boring as hell. Atheism is so boring, dude. Creepypasta is more interesting than the atheists. Pudruff says, the temple was a woman's salon in this dream. I had to save my cat's cousin cat from a satanic temple. They're going to sacrifice the cats. Dude, maybe that was the carcass I was eating because I ate some kind of something. By the way, somebody said, does Jay eat carcasses? Guess what? Everybody that eats meat is eating a carcass, dummy. Unless you're eating a live animal, you're eating a carcass because they're all dead, dude. Duh. Well, I was eating some sort of a carcass that didn't sit well with me. So perhaps that was the satanic temple cat. Maybe I'm an MK Ultra alter and my alter persona is eating the cat carcasses at the satanic temple. And I'm dissociating, so I don't know what's happening. Robert Downey Jr. was in this dream. He was a priest, as was Zoolander. Sounds like you got gay dreams, my friend. He slid into view. At that point, the cat had a biker jacket and a spike collar. It was a funny dream. Shit, dude. Sounds like he was on the same spice that I was on. Rachel Wilson, $5 says, the crystal meme is a Crucible Crew lore. Oh, this is getting deep, dude. I bet it's not it's not the same crystal that's right now opening up my root chakra. Tito says for $5, God bless you, Jay, and your wigger laugh. Well, thank you. Mr. B, $10. I have a recurring dream where I wake up in an otherworldly place, but I have my thousands of Mormon space wives. Sounded like a dirty dream, dude. That sounds like it's rated NC-17 and stuff. The prompt says, what's the best Twilight episode? Twilight Zone. Dude, I've seen them all. And I mean, there's a bunch, so it'd be hard to figure out what the best one is. The best one? Well, I mean, there's so many of them. It's like 6 seasons with like 30 episodes. So, I mean, the very first one comes to mind, and it's MK Ultra, right? I mean, Twilight Zone episode 1 is pretty wild. So, somebody should go through. I'm talking about the old show, not the new one. Somebody should go through and kind of make note of the actually good ones, because a lot of them are garbage, dude. Let's see if is this it? Yeah, this is it.
What's the matter?
Or is this one it? I'm not talking about the pilot. I'm talking about episode 1. I don't know if I've seen the pilot. I can't even type. I can't see, dude. This is it right here. Where is everybody? That's it. This is one of the best. Yeah, it comes to mind. There's a lot of them that are really good, the old ones. If you've never seen this one, it's definitely a classic. The dystopian one where they're trying to make everybody ugly, that one's a classic. There's a body snatcher one that's really good. But I don't remember the names of any of these, so it'd be really difficult to. We were talking about these with Eddie Bravo the other night. I was like, he was asking me the same question, which one's the best ones? And I'm like, well, I don't remember the names of them, but those are all good. 40 Crush. Did you see that the Methodist Church had black people putting chains on boomers and making them cry their eyes out? What? This is so crazy. Well, of course the boomers are going to do that. Let's see. I'll probably have to look on X, right? Let's celebrating 50 years of women preachers. They've been doing it for 50 years. Dang, dude. It's always a bunch of hags, too. Ugh. And that's a Korean zombie woman right there from my nightmare right there. All right, let's see. Maybe we can find it on X. Let's try it over here on X. Man, I'll tell you what, Pastors with Props, dude. That's never-ending comedy at that channel, dude, on Instagram. Let's try it over here. Y'all got to give me some links to this stuff when you recommend it, because I don't see it. The irony is everybody in the Methodist Church is in chains, dude. The chains of woke. But 40 Crush, if you got a link, put a link in. Rui says for $10. Nothing. Thank you, Rui. Samurai Shampoo, $5. I heard a lot of crazy stories from my mom about people that she encountered in prison that were demonically possessed. She also had friends that she ran with. I would believe that for sure. I think definitely in prison, there's got to be a lot of demonically possessed people in prison. That makes a lot of sense. Brother Cornelius, did you hear about the TV show Euphoria? It ended up with the characters becoming Christian. This caused meltdown with degenerate fans. I've never seen Euphoria. I don't know anything about it. I know that Zendaya's in it. And I know that Sydney Sweeney was in doing some, I thought it was like degenerate. Like wasn't she dressing up like a baby and wearing a dog costume or some kind of shit? I don't know anything about it. But you're saying it ended? And they became like, what kind of Christians though? Did they become Christians at like like Nala Ray type Christians? Like they're all gonna be women OnlyFans Christians now, or like what does that mean?
The finale to Euphoria.
What even is this show? I have no idea what the show even is. Is it teen drama? Is it like a high school drama? Sydney Sweeney Todd. Looks like here's a girl with a Bible.
Lexi's art concluded the way that it did, with Rue's Bible being left at Lexi's apartment. It was something that she struggled to just dispose of. However, after keeping it, she read it from cover to cover and it taught her a valuable lesson. Throughout the season, it had been clear to see that Lexi wasn't that good of a friend to those that were around her, and she had her regrets about the way that things were left with Rue. Technically, she was the
Oh wait, that's season 3. Does it? I don't understand. Like, is the whole show done, or like I don't know what's going on? I thought she was dressing up like a dog and being degenerate. I don't understand what's going on. Is this why she's famous? Was it from this show? Because I'm trying to figure out, how did she get to be so big? Was it just from this show? I don't even know what a foid is. It's all gay. What isn't gay? Like all these shows are gay, dude. You got to watch Korean zombie bitches if you don't want gay stuff, dude. Yeah, I don't even know what the show is. Let's see. What is Euphoria about? I just thought it was some kind of like girl shit, dude, which is always going to be like total propaganda. What is Euphoria about? Yeah, a bunch of high school bitches, dude. Navigating love, identity, trauma, of course. Rue is a drug addict. This is just My So-Called Life regurgitated, dude. Remember that? Remember that Sam Hyde My So-Called Life skit? That was funny. This is what they want you to think about these kinds of TV shows. I remember when Sam Hyde was reacting to My So-Called Life.
The best show that ever was. Think about that for a second. The history of cinema, everything you've ever been taught, everything you've ever watched. The best scene from the best episode of the best show that ever was. Ow! Dedicated to my BFF Erica. Try not to cry, man. Let's go, Erica. Come on, bitch.
See, MTV had Euphoria in 1995, dude. When I was on, it's the same shit. And the gay dude gets AIDS, and Claire Danes cries and humps Jared Leto. It's like the same shit, dude. And like who everybody's humping everybody's butts, and everybody's got AIDS, everyone's gay, and let's cry about it, and we have trauma. It's the same shit, dude.
Nobody should hate who they are.
Father figure, teacher provides counseling to gay man. Nobody should hate who they are. Lesson learned, hearing. Heavy, man. Heavy! Jared Leto. Bad boys. Gay kid outcast.
Gay kid struggling with trauma.
Nowhere to go.
Will Jared Leto show love?
Something. Keep in mind, we got the bullies, the bad kids in the background. Adding to this animation. They're cool. He's gay. Here she comes.
Drug chick, rave chick, Robin, rave chick. She's an addict. She's struggling with her addictions. Euphoria, same shit.
I think so. Not on the thing.
Did she make it into the school play? I don't know. Did she sleep with the teacher to get it? Probably.
Anarchy, every society. Suck it. Woo!
Jared Leto, another gay kid.
Oh yeah.
He's the who's the last of the remember when the three it's getting late and I'm going my mind is mush now. The three Jewish comedians that slap each other, the three stooges. I keep want to say Three Musketeers. Well, when they got rid of Shemp, they added the dude that looks like the gay dude here. The other gay, the curly hair gay dude.
This guy, hungry for pussy. He's not gonna get it. He wants it so bad.
I like Sam Hyde's analysis is to just freak out over every scene and look.
Oh yeah. Where's she looking? She's looking.
And it's like a quad. It's like a love quadruple chess game. It's like Trump's 66-dimensional QAnon chess, but with gay and straight and bi high schoolers. Because does Jared Leto also like the two gay dudes and Claire Danes and the drug chick? Or are they all gay together?
They all know, they know.
And the best part is that it overloads Sam Hyde and he goes crazy.
Oh yeah.
Because it's too much. This is too much emotion in this scene, dude. In this one scene. See, everyone is gay and also straight, and they all love each other. And oh my gosh, dude, and the drugs, and who's gonna make it onto the theater? Who's the theater kids that are gonna make it into the play this year?
Yes, look at him. Here he comes slow motion.
Claire Gaines and Jared Gato.
Choker on. Activate choker. Necklace mode. Joker. Is it love? What do we have? What is this connection? What are we feeling? Who are we? What do we mean to each other? Can we? Go somewhere? Yo! Oh my god, it's so melancholy. It's so bittersweet.
It's so melancholy, dude. Anyway, fast forward, a lot of gay shit, and then Sam loses it. Watch this.
Whoa!
Sam's overcome with emotion from this emo scene, dude.
These guys, they're like, everybody is the star.
Everybody's loving everybody, man. It's just, everyone just finally gives in and realizes they all love each other's butts. Don't discriminate, dude. Every butt is an equal butt, bro.
Out of here, pussy! You get your pussy! Fuck out of here! Oh!
The scene was too powerful. He's overcome.
That's the best goddamn scene I've ever seen.
Exactly. Powerful television. Oh, but wait a minute. It's the same shit as today's updated trash programming of whatever this show is. The entire story of Euphoria. Okay, let's see. What is it? The entire
Euphoria
story.
hit our screens in 2019 and instantly shook up television. Set in the fictional town of East Highland, California,
Yes.
it follows
Shook up, dude. I'm so shook right now. Anyway, are you saying the show is over? I don't know. We gotta move on, dude. This is too gay. Esoteric Hollywood Archive. Shout out to that dude. $5. M. Night Shyamalan's character killing Mel Gibson's wife in Signs. Could this be predictive programming for the H-1B? That's hilarious, dude. That is about the Indian drivers. We are sorry for you, Mel Gibson. We did not know the instructions for the driving of these semi-18 wheelers. The name, Craig. Do another 80s VHS dating night. That was the funniest shit. I forgot about that, dude. Remember that? Oh, I totally forgot about that. By the way, I did find a good found footage Instagram channel, dude. That will be great. But the verdict is still out on the VHS dates. I'm starting to think that they're fake because somebody found one of these people was an actress. So I'm kind of leaning towards these being fake, which is kind of sucks because it would be more awesome if they were real. But there are actual 80s VHS dating services that are real, like this right here.
I'm not afraid to get sand on my tuxedo if you're not afraid to let the wind mess your hair up a little bit when I take the top down.
Perhaps even a nice bath with some champagne and candles.
Hi, Mom.
Dude wants to bathe in champagne? Bathing in candles? That sounds hellacious, dude.
I do fashion photography, and I do consider myself a refined valley dude.
Whoa. Yeah, we do need to return to this. Let me save this shit, dude. This is gold right here. We could watch some old Love Connections too. That stuff's hype. I just got to make sure they're real, not AI. Let's see.
On a first date, he always brings flowers.
Damn. His name Bank Teller. Imagine a black dude named Bank Teller. How you not gonna get laid with a name just straight up call me, hey baby, call me Bank Teller, baby. Cause I'm gonna give you that cash at all times. This brother's name is Bank Teller. That's insane levels of aura right now.
Suit and has a change of clothes in the trunk of his car.
But leave son.
He's got a change of clothes in the car. Damn, what? Bank Teller getting around. He's all over town. He got to have an extra change of clothes just on hand at all times.
And has a change of clothes.
He might stay the night anywhere. Just right there. Just stay the night right there. just because he's going about to have coitus right there. Just right there on the spot. Got to stay the night.
Trunk of his car.
But leave Sunday open.
Woo!
To the date for.
Woo! This is getting a little hot right now. This is getting sexy, baby.
She's originally from Missoula, Montana. She enjoys racquetball.
Her name is just Singer. Her name's Gail Rose. Okay. Status divorced. Okay. Well, I guess it's good to be upfront and honest. She got a damn Princess Diana levels of ice around her neck. What's the deal with this pop life and when's it gonna fade out? The ice around my neck, it doesn't matter. About the clothes I wear or where I go and why, it doesn't matter. It's just about respect. Do you ever wonder why this music gets you high? It takes you for a ride. Feel it when your body starts to rock. Or the ice around my neck, it doesn't matter. Bet you didn't know I was gonna bust out some Timberlake. Well, I got inspired by the ice around her neck. It doesn't matter. It's just about respect. Dirty, dirty, dirty pop. You can't stop. Y'all didn't know I was going to bring out Timberlake, did you?
Singer surfing claims that she has a.
By the way, I mean, outside of Timberlake, who has the most pizzazz and moves and aura as a white dude? Other than Timberlake. I mean, we're both from Tennessee, dude. He's only from like 2 hours down the road. He's a Memphis boy. He's a Memphis boy, dude. So, I mean, Dirty Pop, Timberlake, Dyer. Come on now. Who's got the same skill sets, singing, beatboxing? I beatbox just like freaking Timberlake, dude. You can't stop. Dirty, dirty, dirty pop. Do you even know what I'm singing? Am I just talking into the void? Does anyone even know? Dirty pop. You can't stop. By the way, this is the most 90s video of all time, dude. This video is so freaking 90s. It's almost hard to watch. It's so 90s. It's more 90s than my so-called queer life, dude. It's more than that. If you've never seen it, you should check it out, dude. I mean, we got Bishop in her up in the attic. She up in the attic all alone. I mean, why would this chick be up in the attic alone anyway, watching damn Timberlake videos on MTV? Right? It's already off to a weird start. And then you got Timberlake selling bottles of spice, bottles of drugs. Okay, she's over here. What's she eating, dude? Ooh, she's eating nasty ass freaking cereal, dude. She more like corn pop, dude. Dirty pop or corn pops. But you know what? It makes sense because in the 90s, dude, every meal, half of your meals were freaking cereal in the 90s. I don't know why. I don't don't remember the last time I've eaten cereal. Dude, talk about that's like normie, ultimate normie tier shit is to eat cereal, dude. What the fuck is even cereal, dude? What even is that? Just freaking goy rabbit's food. That's what cereal is. Cereal is a racket, dude. It's a total ripoff. Nasty Puffs. Yeah, more like corn pop instead of dirty pop. So anyway, Timberlake's over here mind controlling this bitch through the TV, trying to sell his shit, right? Order now. And then she's got some kind of she's having a dissociative experience from the corn pops. And then freaking Timberlake pops out her corn pops pop. What the heck? She starts having this is what acid trip is like. You want to say, what was the acid trip like? Well, this right here, okay. I think I'm going to have a fun experience of giggling and laughing with friends and some visual stimuli. No. It's you're a chick in the 90s alone in the attic and Justin Timberlake starts doing drugs on TV, the cereal bowl explodes for no reason. This is it, dude. This is my acid trip right here, basically. Bubbles coming out of the TV, out of Timberlake's face. The cereal explodes for no reason. We go into an alternate dimension with frickin' Limp Bizkit DJs playing shit. What the heck is going on? I see a giant acid trip psychedelic stage with Timberlake doing moves. Whoa, dude. This is what an acid trip is like. We got young wiggers on the screen getting paid, talking about that dirty pop. You can't stop.
When is it gonna fade out? The thing you got to realize.
Can't play too much of it, but look, this young man is getting paid right here. That's what it's all about. It doesn't matter, by the way. And what's funny is, like, when you think back to these boy bands, all of these dudes are gay and the managers are going in their butt, dude. It's like, but it's presenting the dudes as if they're Mac Daddies, but they're dressed gay as hell. And every chick wants the boy band dudes, but the boy bands are gay as hell. It doesn't make any sense. It's all screwed up, dude. I mean, these dudes are freaking gay as all get out, dude. And every one of them's got the damn managers touching their butts. Maybe Timberlake escaped. I don't know. Maybe he seems to be not Skittles. So maybe he protected his butthole this whole time. Right? But I mean, come on. Everybody knows, looking back though, these boys are not into girls, except for maybe Timberlake. And I was watching some other thing the other day, and it was like, oh, it was Britney Spears' video. Okay. And Britney Spears is dancing with her dance troupe. And it's supposed to be demonstrating that, you know, Britney is super sexy, super hot. This is like early 2000s. But all of Britney's dudes dancing around her, on like all over her, into her, they're all obviously gay, like super gay dudes. So wait, what? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, are they just trying to give the impression that gay is what's sexy? But it doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? It's confusing. Maybe it's just to be confusing. But hey, I got to give props to Timberlake, because, I mean, how many boy band dudes can then also pull off being a wigger? Like, that's a challenge to pull off, dude. Because being in a boy band, everybody's gay, but then you somehow pull off being a successful wigger, dude. That's an achievement, dude. That's an accomplishment. How many other people did that? Nobody. I mean, Marky Mark wasn't in a boy band. Marky Mark was early wigger, dude. Right? Now, Donnie was in a boy band, but Donnie died out, dude. Nobody cares about Donnie. Yeah, boy bands, exactly. So to pull off successfully being boy band and having an offspring and being a paid wigger, we got to give Timberlake some props, dude. By the way, I think he has like 2 good songs. I'm not a Timberlake fan, but there are 2 decent Timberlake songs. Anyway, let's go back to these single people. Let's learn how to get dates.
Perfect way to turn down a date with a man, and she says that slow dancing is the last thing that she wants to do at a club. When you get close to somebody.
Damn, she want to twerk, dude. She don't want to slow dance. That divorced bitch ready to twerk.
Oh, I just don't like people I don't know touching.
With the ice around her neck.
Well, I had hoped by this time of the night to be with someone besides you.
Oh, shit. Turning into gay stuff, dude. Let's get away from that. All right, let's see. Come on now. Let's see who's single. We got a bunch of single dudes in the audience. Get your pen and pad out. Get ready to write down some of the numbers of these ladies.
Some people call me sexy. Others say I'm sensuous. You made a smart decision by joining Great Expectations.
Single guys, you looking for a wife? A lot of single dudes in the Orthodox Church, they've been fussing for a long time. I can't find a girl. I can't find a girl. Well, here we go. Great Expectations matchmaking service. Go look it up. Hopefully you got a VHS. You got a VCR. Hope you guys got a VCR because that's about the only way it works.
Now keep your positive momentum going. Make sure to keep your appointment for your photo and video. And set aside.
There you go. She's kind of mid, but a lot of y'all thirsty boys in the audience, I think y'all would take a nice Great Expectations mid. I think y'all would if she's a pious girl.
Some time to read the Great Success Workbook in your new member kit. It's packed with step-by-step information.
Whoa! Now this special needs boy here. Look, just look at it like this is your competition. If your competition is this special needs boy, you guys are already ahead of the game. You got a leg up on this man.
That will help you make the best impression.
What do y'all think about her? No, don't go for the camera girl. She just works there, dude. Don't hit on her.
In your photos, on your video, and in your member profile.
Hi, I'm Maurice. I'm an executive by day and a wild man by night.
My name is Phil. Most of my friends call me Big Phil. Hi, I'm Fred.
I think we already saw this. Or we saw some of these. Let's fast forward here, though. I don't want to see these dudes.
Skinhead so much of.
This audience is 90% dudes, so
when it was
trying to find y'all some girls.
Younger.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Trying to slow down the aging process. He thinks his men off.
There we go. Look, I know some of y'all a little racist, right? But I'm going to ask you to look past your racisms for a second. Just because Arlene is a Jewish girl, she could still make you a good wife. She might convert. What do y'all think? Arlene Goldstein, yay, nay? A lot of y'all thirsty. I know it. A lot of you hard up. Be honest now. Be honest. All right, let's see.
Myself.
Now this next one's looking kind of like a, let's see if she's single.
This is reality we're dealing with.
Oh, Don, I'm your biggest fan. I watch you every week.
Judy, you're talking to cardboard.
Linda, I think it's time you made an appointment to have your attitude real.
And these bitches hard up, dude. Listen, y'all looking for a woman, these bitches out here trying to hit up the cardboard. Y'all got a leg up already. Y'all could be cleaning it up here with these ladies.
Blind.
All right, pal.
I hate it when they do these edits, the found footage channels, and then they throw in random stuff that they think's funny, and it's just it messes up the flow, dude. We already saw this one. We saw her before.
I don't want to do this.
This is supposed to be dating, and they're throwing in all this stupid stuff. Here we go. This is for y'all. This is for this audience. This is the Christian boys. Hard up Christian boys. Let's see what options y'all got here.
Welcome, Christians and Christianettes, to the Christian Dating Game. That show where you could very well find your prayer partner for life. Please welcome Jonathan Revolta.
Man, is there anything worse than when Christians try to be funny? Oh, dude. Christian stand-ups? Yikes, dude.
Oh, I give God. Go for it.
All right, Bob. As a Christian, how far can you go physically before it becomes sin?
We should flee from even the appearance of such evil. Therefore, I think we should avoid any compromising circumstances.
Okay.
I think this is supposed to be a skit that teaches you morals. I thought this was going to be an actual Christian dating thing, but this is a stupid skit. So, let's see. No, we can't let y'all date Glenn. I know some of y'all boys in the audience want to date Glenn, but you can't. All right, let's move on.
We turn on our lava light.
Cast a spell with products by Lava Simplex.
Yeah, now we're talking.
I have 2 cats.
Mom core, dude. Kitty core. Mom core. Here we go.
I have 2 cats.
I like that she leads off with 2 cats. I like it.
And I don't know how to ride a horse. And my goal in life is to have my own religion. Someone that's clean.
I think that one was a joke, wasn't it? That one was a Mad TV joke, I think we found out.
In Florida.
And I happened to fall right in front of her and she tripped over me.
I was studying jiu-jitsu and...
Here we go. Here we go. You know, she's got a little Julia Louis-Dreyfus but Gentile vibe to her. And she's into jiu-jitsu. This is what ortho bros are looking for right here.
And
you want a Gentile Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Happened to fall right in front of her and she tripped over me.
And she's taking jiu-jitsu. Okay, she's not too bad neither. She's all right.
Was studying jiu-jitsu and learning how to dump men. I mean, physically dump them.
Oh man, see, it was going good, and now she sounds violent. I think a lot of the boys in this audience are not going to be able to handle a violent wife. So, but maybe she could spur you on as she spars with you. She spars and spurs you.
This extra weight.
What do you mean? I thought you were losing weight on your new diet.
I was. Unfortunately, I realized too late that the diet didn't include a cheesecake.
You ate.
Girl did. She says that she's looking for a man with a warped sense of humor, and she claims that she
you got a warped sense of chin, dude. Whoa.
Needed a sense of humor to get out of this painful date.
Oh, FBI clerk, dude. You could marry into the system, dude. Marry into the elite. If y'all single dudes that are single out there, you could put up with that superhero chin she's got. On the other hand, you can be in the elite establishment. She's a FBI clerk. All right, let's see. Who's next?
We find the person that we want. Maybe we're too picky. Maybe we have this fantasy person in our minds, a person that we manufactured in our dreams.
A lot of y'all
But
too
this is
picky.
reality, remember? And in real life, Prince Charming and Sleeping Beauty.
You know, I'd like you to know you've been watched by a professional man watcher. We like to...
Yikes, dude. Is it just moms? Like, were the only people that were single in the 1980s just moms? Just single moms? Like, nobody's dating that's like
She's 3 months
of age to date?
pregnant.
You just want to find a girl that you can have a hot pocket with, y'all. That's what everybody's looking for.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal. Ham and cheese.
Is she single? Let's see. Here we go.
He's gorgeous. This one does not, I repeat, does not get away. He looks like a nice guy, and he's actually listening to what that person is saying to him. Hi, I'm Debbie.
We should find an instructional video on how to date. That would be funny. That looks like how to interact in dating.
Hi, I'm Lonnie. Could you excuse me just for a moment, please?
You know, I almost didn't make it to this party because I just flew in from Hong Kong.
And
How to party. This is good.
She admits that she uses her magic tricks to meet men, and when magic doesn't work, she says that she pulls out her trusty 35mm camera. First there was...
What does that mean? I like when a lot of these have innuendos, but they don't make sense. You don't know what the innuendos mean. She likes magic, and when the magic doesn't work, it's time for popcorn. Like what? What does that mean? You know what it means. No, I don't. Yeah, you do.
He told a date he didn't like the outfit she was wearing.
She got a little upset.
Avoids women who talk too much and who want to spend all his money.
Most people think, accountants are pretty boring. I mean, you sit at your desk all day long and just crunch out numbers. But there's another side of me. I like to sing in the mirror. I like to dance.
You see what I mean about the innuendos? See, like, what does that mean? Oh, I have another side to me other than being an accountant, which means I'm a busy accountant. I can count all day. When I'm not accounting, I like to sing into the mirror, if you know what I mean. No, what does that mean? You know what I mean.
And I'm a kind of crazy person, but I guess I do most of that behind closed doors.
Whoa. Oh, see what I mean? What the hell does that mean, dude? I don't understand the innuendos, bro.
We'll tear your soul.
And then it just goes to Pinhead. This is great. I like this. I like the schizophrenia of this. I'm starting to warm up to the schizo. We go from dating to Pinhead. We have such sights to show you.
Apart.
Somebody ran up to me on the street once and said, you know, I'm dying to meet you, but I don't have an opening line.
I'm in love with you. That is like the worst line.
Haven't I seen you?
So guys, take note. This meta game here. This mom is telling you to spit some meta game.
Your soul apart.
Somebody ran up.
You might try spitting some Pinhead game. just walk up to a chick and just be like, I have such sights to show you. But you got to say it in Pinhead voice.
We'll tear your soul apart. I shall tear your mom's soul apart.
I'm in love with you. That is like the worst line.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Take notes. Guys, get your notepad out. Take notes.
Have a picture of you, or would you like to come over and live on my dresser?
Wait, I'm trying to figure this one out. Was that like a Dahmer level line? Like, come live on my dresser as I carve you into various objects, lampshades. Like, what does that mean? Live on my dresser. Hold on.
Somewhere before? You know, you look just like my ex-wife. Hey.
Whoa, dude.
Can I have a picture of you, or would you like to come over and live on my dresser?
Can I have a picture of you, or would you like to live on my dresser? I mean, this is like Ed Gein level game, dude. This dude is spitting actual Ed Gein game. Y'all know who Ed Gein is, right? Ed Gein was like early, cut them up and store them in different shoeboxes type shit. Like, what does that mean?
Hey, babe. Nice looking growth.
I'm good.
Nice looking growth. Okay, so this, hey, look, let's give this nerdy dude some props because, I mean, the first guy is spitting Dahmer game. That actually might work because chicks are so crazy nowadays. And then the next dude's negging. This dude, look, you can hate the player, but respect the game,
Hey,
dude.
babe. Nice looking growth.
I mean, he's negging her, dude, in the 1980s. You can hate on that dude all you want, but he was like 20 years ahead of the game. He was negging before anybody even knew what it was. So you can hate the player, but respect his game, dude. This mom, the woman doing the video presentation, she wins the mom core contest. So she's about the best one, but she's not in the market. So this is false advertising. Rachel Wilson says, oh yeah, did you ever see the clip of Timberlake beatboxing? He says, they call me Lake, Timberlake, the frigate. Yes, I've seen multiple clips of Timberlake beatboxing, and I actually think I'm as good as Timberlake beatboxing. I actually am. I'm as good as Justin Timberlake beatboxing. I actually am. See, this one dude super chat just sent us down this whole side quest, dude. Borderline says for $5, would you rather run from 5 Korean zombie bitches or from 50 church boomer puppets? Based on my nightmare, for the boomer puppets. That's less terrifying than the Korean STD zombie bitches. 40 Crush says, I put it in the Twitter live comments. I'll have to look that up. I've already forgot what the link was. Oh, that's the Methodist Church in Chains. I'll have to look that up. Lily says, Little Willie. I like your content, Jay. Well, if you got a little Willie, you're going to have to learn how to get laid, dude. You're going to have to make up for it. And don't name yourself Little Willie, dude. Don't be that honest. He says, I had a bad dream once where I was chased by demons in the kitchen. And then I fell into a pit of schmagma. What is that? Is that like an anime reference? Rachel Wilson says $5. Jay, did you ever see the Magical Rainbow Sponge Supercut? Magical Rainbow Sponge Supercut. Or the lady that teaches you how to massage a possum? No, but that sounds awesome. Oh my gosh. Is that real? Massage a possum? This? What is this? Uh-oh.
The Rainbow Sponge, created by Dee Gruning of Posh Impressions, is one of the most versatile and fascinating art tools ever seen.
Is this gay SpongeBob?
So relax and enjoy. Here's Dee.
You asked for it, so here goes. Now watch this.
Dude, that's just kind of cool, actually. I'm kind of impressed. I kind of want one now.
This.
Whoa. She shrieked, dude.
Oh, I am sorry, but this is exciting. Look at
I mean, tell me it's not, though. Can you honestly say it's not?
this color. Oh, I go across my stationery with this, and it's done. And we'll go straight.
Damn, dude. I only wish that I could enjoy anything in life as much as she is enjoying her freaking crayons and markers, dude.
Straight across. Okay, calm down, Dee.
Woo! She's getting a little flustered in there with those markers, dude. Them crayons.
Look at that. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I want to do it all. I squeezed and squeezed and squeezed
I want it all.
and squeezed. Twist, twist, twist.
Lisa, you tear me apart. I want it all.
Twist, twist, twist. Now I've got to go to.
How did she do those bees? How did she do those bees? And what's with all those colored butts, dude? Why are there a bunch of colored butts dancing around? I don't understand what's happening here.
This. How fun is that? Oh my gosh, is this fun? How fun that is.
She's starting to get angry with it though. Like it seems like the fun is turning into actual anger.
Is this fun or what? Is this great and
This is so fucking fun. Just really fucking fun, isn't it?
fun or what? Are they fun or what? It's fun. Fun, fun, fun. More fun. Oh, is it ever fun? This isn't. Look, that is just will knock your socks off. Look at those. I mean, do you see the doodling? Shake.
Whoa, dude. Yo, you were correct. This one is a classic. I've not seen this. I love this old footage shit, but I've not seen this one. But we got to see how to massage a possum. Oh my gosh, dude. What is happening? What is going on, dude? Is this real?
Today to learn how to give your opossum a proper massage. If you've been concerned,
Dude, is that Linda Carter? That's Linda Carter all grown up, dude, as a grandma. And she's reduced in her dotage. She was once Wonder Woman. She was once a beauty queen and now reduced in her dotage to possum massages.
about your opossum's flexibility and structural well-being, it's time to
Structural well-being of the possum. Okay, again, I think this is just proving that boomers actually had some kind of intense MK Ultra applied to all of them, and they're just all insane. This is proof right here.
learn about proper opossum massage.
Look at that possum, looks terrified too. He's like, this does not seem like a day at the spa. This seems terrifying.
Here we have a senior opossum. It's only natural that she's lost some of her youthful elasticity and spring some opossums are known for. Stretch the animal out on a table.
This is grossing me out. I mean, I was talking about carcasses and animal food carcasses earlier, but I'm actually getting grossed out. I think I'm going to be a vegan right now.
Here we're using a handy ironing board with a soft, fleecy cover so as not to snag one of these delicate little toenails. Breathe and begin at the base of the skull, working in slow, gentle, concentric circles. Push and fan. Push and fan.
I don't even have comments. Like, I feel like my comments would actually take away from what's actually happening right now. So I feel like I should just sit in silence because any commenting would take away from it. So I actually apologize for saying anything because this is next level, dude.
Pull up on the rib cage. Oh, that feels good. Always work both sides of the body. Otherwise, you might inadvertently interfere with your opossum's natural chi. We're checking for knots.
She believes the possum has chi. Is this real? Is this a skit? This is insane.
I think I found one. Okay. Work it out. There. Oh, I bet that feels better. Everybody loves a good foot massage. The opossum is no exception.
Okay, this is too weird. I can't watch any more of this. This is crazy, dude. Thank you for that one, Rachel. I've never seen anything like that before. That was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life. Wow. We got to add this to the save because that's weird. That is weird. That is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life. That's crazy. I don't even know what to say at that. I'm kind of speechless. Yeah, I mean, you guys know I'm not usually speechless. Like I would be yapping and say, I don't even know, dude. Wow, what is going on over here?
We need to exercise our speech muscles in order to help them work their best. Since this is the era of exercise tapes, let's get ready for some aerobic fun with our lips and tongue.
Whoa!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Everybody, come on. Dude, people are so weird, man. Human beings are weird. Human beings are like cartoon characters or something. I don't know. I mean, who made this and thought that they would sell this and that this would be like, this was a pressing thing to make right now? Look, nobody's doing lip aerobics. When are we going to do this? We've got to do a video on lip aerobics. Rachel says, check out the possum comment section. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm going to be honest with you. This is just weirding me out. I do want to see the comments though, but I can't watch it. This is just too weird. I'm worried about the possum's elasticity. Exactly. That was my first thought. One of the few times I've been unsure if I was watching satire, I said the same thought. Is this real? This woman is a YouTuber? Mom would always yell at us if we stroked that possum too much. Is this real? Exactly. Now I've seen it all. I'm here from Jay. Who? What? Jay? Can't be me because I never saw this before. This woman believes in aliens. Yes. The possum is actually dead inside. I never felt bad for a possum before. Yeah, this is crazy, dude. But I was playing the wrong one. This one probably has different. This has way more views. This woman has been the constant in the absolute chaos of the universe. Her possum and her were here since the beginning. You're supposed to be studying, but you guys are watching videos about possum massages. This woman loves her possum so much that it makes me happy. This is very helpful. The possum that visits my porch at night does seem stressed. I want to realign the chakras. Thank you. This woman blows all the crazy cat ladies out of the water. Absolutely. The possum actually winked. I think this woman is a wizard, a sorceress. Oh, it looks like I've been doing it wrong this whole time. The possum actually winked. If I am not this woman when I'm age 40, I will die. I want to be this lady in the future. I fucked up my possum's chi. Thank you, Pearl. This person timestamped it. Flexibility and structure. Shake it out. Possum chi. Lubricate the tail. Okay, I'm done. That's oh, I'm out of here, dude. This is too much. This is too much. Oh. Anyway. I'm pretty convinced now I'm in another dimension. I don't know. That took me to some other dimension. I believe CERN was flipped on. Something happened. Pixie Paradox, $20. Thank you. You're welcome. Pix Paradox. Chunka Funka, $5. I was received into the church. I spoke with my grandmother about orthodoxy. She thinks Jesus is an alien. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, man. I don't know how you correct Meemaw when she thinks Jesus is an alien. I don't know. Pinhead says,
I will steal your soul. We have such sights to show you.
Ortho Sister says, I took melatonin and I fell asleep one time listening to Tucker interviewing that exorcist. I've never said the Jesus prayer so many times because I woke up from a demonic dream. It was terrifying. That's crazy. Bingo Foxtrot. Thank you, brother. You're welcome. Appreciate that. Ryan, what do we do with possum chiropractors? What about her? Is she single? Well, she's a little older than most of you guys, but I mean, if you're really hard up, I mean, she might be single. Jay, have you heard of Price Master? Price Master? No, what is that? What is this? Okay, it's very clear that we're going to have to do some more VHS footage streams because I'm liking what I'm seeing. I don't know what's going on, and I like it. I mean, this feels like another dimension, dude. This feels like this isn't even an acid trip. It's just another reality.
Take a check. I'll give you $17.95 for the Rainy TV.
I like this. It's like Eastern meditation guru deity as the yard sale haggler. I like this. I like this. This is, and I like that the boomer is just actually just haggling. Like he doesn't give a shit about this acid trip level performance art going on in front of him. He's all business, dude. He's just straight business, ready to make the deal. $17.95 lowest offer. Doesn't even realize he's basically haggling with a demon, an ancient Near Eastern deity. That's who he's haggling with. That's boomerdom right there, dude. Boomers would haggle with an ancient Near Eastern deity, and they're all business. They don't even care. It's like, yeah, you're the god of tormented souls. I'm here for the TV that's $17.95.
We'll take a check for $17,000. Price Master, how much for the bronze crucifix?
Oh, these wonderful. The signs themselves are worth it.
I love it. The boomers don't even react to this absolute insanity. They're literally just making the deal, dude. This dude doesn't even crack a smile. He wants the crucifix. Price Master says $500. Boomer says I'm out. I'm out. It's over. It's over my Social Security limit this week.
I'm glad you like it.
By the way, yard sales. That's a boomer thing. Will there still be yard sales in 10 years when the boomers have moved on to the next dimension? It's a fair question. Will we have slot machines in Vegas? Will we have yard sales? It remains to be seen. Looks like serial killer China for sale. Only $150. Will the boomers go for it? Let's see. Oh, actually, he went down on the crucifix. So we're still haggling. We're still auctioning the crucifix. He went down to 150. Boomer still hasn't even cracked a smile. Will he go for it?
You're not selling any of this stuff, right? Oh, you. This stuff is not for sale. This is a joke.
This boomer's like, I don't care about your jokes. I want to know if this is for sale.
Not at the prices you're wanting.
And the boomer's just concerned with the prices. I like this. This is my speed, dude. This is exactly. This goes on for 30 minutes. Okay, this guy is a phenomenon. He's some sort of subculture phenomena here. Interesting. We're going to have to revisit Price Master here. Now we got a Mexican dude who wants the discount caulk. Hey, dude. Hey, fool. We totally got some like discount caulk or whatever right here. How much will Price Master fix the discount caulk? Protector. What is protector? I thought it was caulk. He's like, hell no, dude. I could get that at Lowe's for like $15 or whatever, bro. The best part of it is how nonchalant the boomers are. They're just like, I'm just here for the deals, dude. I don't give one flying F about the absolute insanity around me if I can get a deal. Interesting. I'm just gonna save all these and we'll hit all this shit next time, dude. We're back to crystals. What did I tell you about that root chakra getting woke up, dude?
I've enlisted our friend Charles' able assistance in this portion of our presentation for reasons which will soon become obvious. Charles?
This looks golden, dude. We're going to have to go there. Bingo Foxtrot, thank you so much. Ryan says, no, we did that. I think we've done all these. We're all caught up. Guys, thank you so much. We're going to have a feast next time we do a VHS live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's kind of unusual stream. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys had fun. I was in the mood to be wacky. Maybe next time we'll tell more spooky stories. Perhaps we will learn more of your dreams. Otherwise, have a good blessed night.